Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, still silent spiritual warriors of our angelic legion of light. Happy 11/11 portal activation, starseed angels of the new earth. Right on cue for our most powerful, auspicious, and benevolent 11/11 gateway today. Our local Solaris released the most powerful X-class solar flash of this year with an X-flare, the 5th in 5 days, maxing at X5.16 at 10:04 UTC. Along with this X-flare, our Sun also released another 10 C-class solar flares and an M-class flare in the past 24 hours. The cosmic rays and full halo CMEs are carrying in light filaments of new creation codes to activate Gaia and all her children of the sun for our highest divine missions of full and total planetary liberation. A ground-level event, GLE, is underway. The X5 class solar flare from sunspot 4274 hurled a fuselage of energetic protons toward Earth. Some of the particles are so powerful they are penetrating the atmosphere all the way to the ground. This is a very significant event. GLEs of this magnitude are rare. They happen only once or twice every solar cycle. A severe G4 geomagnetic storm is underway following the early arrival of 2 CMEs on November 11th. The KP index just hit 9, one of the highest levels on record. The planet's magnetic field is under extreme stress, and the auroral oval is lighting up the entire northern hemisphere. We also witnessed a massive pillar of white light in the heartbeat of Mother Earth today, appearing on the Schumann charts at amplitudes of 19 Hz, 38 Hz, 41 Hz, and a big blast of white light at 43 Hz. Fifth dimensional energetics in sustained resonance and rising. The gold Buddha consciousness is pouring into this realm from the Most High, infinite source creator, to usher in our new golden age of enlightenment for all our good people of Nova Gaia. Be the peace, love, and truth you wish to see in the world, and hold your visions of our pristine new earth within your sacred heart centers. And with an open, free, and clear mind, we manifest our pure intent and divine will of our ascension timeline of abundance, joy, bliss, health, and wellness for the highest good of all involved. May peace and love be with you all on this most beautiful and blessed day. A'ho. Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul, White Gold Eagle, Keen 47, Blue Galactic Hand of our Universal Alliance of Light with PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our Sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to listen to the very end where we release a powerful divine decree for the 11/11 portal Stargate transmission. And please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below. And now we continue with Divine Brother of the Light, Pars Kute. 11/11, very powerful portal is now open. Something huge is happening. We are now moving into that time of the great changeover. Trust in the great universal divine plan that is in the works in this now moment. Within infinite source love intelligence, Pars Kute. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Valerie A. Elster. Seeing important personal choice points today. What timeline will you choose? 11/11. And today from Divine Brother of the Light, Richard Rudd, Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA. Gene Key 43. What hidden insights are waiting to break through? November 11th through 16th, 2025. Deafness, insight, epiphany. We don't waste energy being someone we're not. We don't follow someone else's purpose. True insight makes life simpler, not more complex. It's funny that the more evolved we become, the simpler we make our lives. It seems to be a mystical equation. Richard Rudd's 64 Ways. And from the Yi Ching, the classic book of change, hexagram 43, breakthrough, heaven hidden beneath the lake. Trust in the enthusiasm of life to reveal the creative light. Epiphany is the bliss of beauty. Insight is vital freshness. Deafness is dissatisfied entropy, the elation of creation. One must resolutely become the matter known as the court of the king. It must be announced truthfully. From GeneKeys.com. And today from Divine Star of the Light, Shay from Numbers by Shay Numerology. 11-11-25. Only once in every 9 years does today's 11-11 energy channel through the practical number 4, the bringing of life into form, the first inhale of matter, the moment awareness becomes desire, the materialization of intuition. Today we are plugged into the very essence of manifestation, and most people have no idea, but you do. You know you are the portal of access, and that the answers and divine guidance you seek come from within. But what's been missing, until recently, is the trust and the personal power to enter flow and take that first breath. Evolution of consciousness is here for all. Today is for those ready for the big leap. And today from Divine Brother of the Light, Alexander Quinn Starseed, 11-11 Portal. Dear all, we are entering quite an intense energetic upgrade today, which will continue over the next 72 hours. During this period, many may notice waves of mental and emotional density surfacing for release. Some individuals will feel highly stimulated and over-energized, while others will experience deep fatigue or a sense of being completely drained. Your DNA is working overtime today at the quantum level. Many of you will need to purge, and some with triggered root issues will find comfort in food and invert the codes. This wave is going to affect the nervous system, which serves as the bridge between our physical body and our energetic field. When these 11-11 codes hit us today, it shifts the nervous system, forcing it to recalibrate. If this flow becomes unbalanced, either through stress, fear, or energetic overload, the nervous system will become overstimulated, leading to sensations such as restlessness, anxiety, or exhaustion. At the same time, the ego, which relies on familiar anchors for safety and identity, may find itself unsettled. When these unusual reference points dissolve, the ego will react with anxiety or confusion, attempting to reassert control. This is when the inner shadows or unresolved aspects rise to the surface, seeking to be acknowledged and integrated. Today and the next 48 hours might feel a little bumpy for some. 11-11 is the collective archetypal symbol for integration, basically a meeting point between the conscious ego, the one, and the unconscious or higher self, the mirrored one. The number 11 forms a mirror forcing reflection through self-recognition, creating a very heightened awareness, emotional sensitivity, or synchronicities that prompt more inner work. For this reason, the energy of the 11-11 portal today wants the emergence of previously suppressed emotional material, illuminating unresolved wounds that continue to influence patterns of power and control, created from interpersonal and intrapsychic struggles around dominance, manipulation, and autonomy, which will surface as one's underlying need for control or resistance to vulnerability and surrender, not only at the earthly level, but at the cosmic level. In other words, where you hold on too tight for this portal to integrate, it will push you to feel your resistances at the energetic level. You will be doing this not only at the physical, but non-physical level. Big day for energies, big changes, big timeline changes. It's a lot. And today from Divine Star of the Light, Shekinah Rose. 11-11, Awakening Code Stargate. Pleiadians of peace at the Cathedral Rock Vortex, Sedona white light singing crystals, and the Ascension Gateway. The 1111 Awakening Code Stargate is a sacred synchronistic configuration, an interdimensional portal that opens the pathways of cosmic ascension and unity consciousness. Each year on 1111, this gateway amplifies the connection to Source, the galactic families of light, and the higher realms guiding Earth's evolution. This powerful numeric sequence, 1111, serves as a pre-encoded trigger, a divine wake-up call for starseeds, lightworkers, angelic souls, divine feminine healers, new forerunners, old souls, light grid keepers, code carriers, and blue-ray beings to remember their higher mission and align in unity for planetary transformation. On 11/11/2013, the Pleiadians of Peace made their luminous presence known above the Cathedral Rock Vortex in Sedona, Arizona, transmitting the message, "We are here for peace." In that sacred moment, they anchored crystalline and sacred technologies of light codes for humanity's awakening, sacred frequencies that continue to ripple through Sedona's vortexes and crystalline grids. The Sedona white light singing crystals are direct carriers of these ascension frequencies, attuned to the Anakara white light beings of Atlantis, and harmonized through Sedona's powerful ley lines. They transmit language of light harmonics that awaken remembrance, raise vibration, and synchronize the human light field with the Earth's crystalline grid. During the 1111 Stargate alignments, these crystals act as light conduits, amplifying the download of cosmic codes from the higher dimensional realms into the heart of Gaia and all who are ready to receive. They bridge heaven and earth, opening the soul to divine connection, clarity, and the radiant peace of unity consciousness. Ways to attune and receive the codes. Meditate and allow yourself quiet time to align with your higher self, your guides and angels. Listen to language of light transmissions, harmonic tones, and frequency music. These sound codes help unlock the remembrance within your DNA. Create a crystal grid with your highest intentions. Go into nature, walk among the trees, feel the earth beneath you, and let the elemental kingdom share its wisdom. Do grid work and allow yourself to be creative, and allow for new creations and sacred technologies to evolve through you. From ShekinahRose.com. From Divine Sister of the Light Natalia Alba, Beloved Ones, the new Earth's 144 harmonic sonic pillars have been anchored. Crystalline matter is perpetually flowing now to new Earth's locations, supporting all living beings in our transition to retrieve our authentic template and entrance into a new illumined space. Direct passages to the soul dimensions, transcending the astral void and allowing us to reconnect to our true homes. We are now transiting one of the most important passages of our ascension journey. Silence is required to commune with our authentic divine source and obtain the guidance we need for where we are now, as noise and other distractions create a lot of disruptions in the soul transmissions we are constantly receiving. The 1111 is just a representation of the frequency we are now embodying, one of planetary unity and complete dedication to sustain the new Earth's divine order, one in which neutrality and compassion are key to support the new Earth's consciousness that many are now embracing, recognizing themselves as part of the whole. We are literally crossing a dimensional bridge into a new timeline, one we have first built within until we could anchor it on our planet, gradually, lovingly, and incessantly, with unconditional love to all. This final moment is key for us to learn how to let go of old habits, relationships, cut cords with all, and start embracing the new. Neptune's finalization of its long stay in Pisces soon marks the end and the beginning of what we are already witnessing from within. Our Neptunian essence is reaching its peak as we conclude this transitional year, allowing us to retrieve our compassionate essence. We are already under a planetary reset. Neptune and Pisces will not be back for 100 years. It is the final lesson in these final months, for many of us as ascending souls, of balancing our ego, overcoming fears, illusions, and spiritual distortions, realigning to our soul to see with clarity among the shadows, the truth of who we are in our origin and divine heritage. It is the final lesson, the reset into who we are before we move into Aries, the beginning of us as new humans, as free sovereign souls. The Neptune and Saturn conjunction will open a new cycle for humanity. We will now move into the fire and air, living from an empowered soul and mind state of being, directing our energy, consciousness, and living as never before. It is said, Neptune dissolves addictions, illusions, and karma. Only you can dissolve your karmic ties by neutralizing them with conscious acts. In this moment, you can choose to remove all cords that keep you tied to an old reality, relationship, and wound. You choose when the right time is for you. Often it is never the right time, and we need to push ourselves a little and take the first step, as in the moment we make our choice, everything else will support us to move forward. We are now reaching the end of years of disempowerment, mental and energetic slavery, and above all, soul fragmentation. Continue building your own pillars within to sustain your personal ascension journey and authentic soul path. Continue being a beacon for yourself while you traverse your own shadows and life lessons. Continue being resilient and devoted to what you know and your heart is true. Above all, continue to remain in your divine, illumined, loving, and powerful presence. For you are only love, wisdom, and power. May you become who you are, beloveds. With an infinite love, from NataliaAlba.com. And today from Divine Brother of the Light, Diego E. Berman, Ph.D. 1111, the Portal of Divine Alignment, November 11th, 2025. Dear friends, today the cosmos opens one of its most potent energetic gateways, the 1111 portal. This day carries the vibration of divine alignment, awakening, and remembrance. In numerology, 11 is known as a master number, symbolizing intuition, spiritual insight, and the bridge between the physical and the spiritual realms. When doubled, as in 1111, this resonance amplifies, forming a mirror that reflects both our inner and outer realities, urging us to align our thoughts, emotions, and actions with our soul's highest blueprint. Across ancient philosophies and esoteric traditions, the number 11 was seen as a sacred code, a marker of spiritual gateways and dimensional thresholds. The Egyptians viewed twin pillars as the portal to higher wisdom. The Mayans tracked twin cycles of time that intersected in moments of rebirth and in mystical teachings. 11 symbolizes the human journey from duality to unity, from the separation of the ego to the oneness of spirit. The 1111 alignment, then, is not just a date, it is a frequency that calls the human consciousness to awaken, to see beyond illusion and remember its divine origin. This year, the 1111 portal synchronizes with powerful solar activity, including today's extraordinary X5.1 flare, as waves of plasma and high-frequency light from recent solar flares reach Earth's magnetic field. These solar codes act as cosmic activators, interacting with our cellular memory and energetic bodies. As the solar plasma bathes the planet, it stirs deep transformation, awakening dormant DNA strands, amplifying intuition, and clearing energetic residues from old timelines. The sun, acting as a transmitter of divine intelligence, mirrors the 1111 vibration by offering light that recalibrates both our physical and spiritual architecture. For energy-sensitive souls, these intense frequencies may bring noticeable physical sensations, tingling in the crown or heart, waves of heat or cold, pressure in the head, or sudden fatigue, followed by bursts of clarity. Emotionally, Many may feel waves of nostalgia, sensitivity, or even tears without explanation, as the light codes clear density from the emotional body. This is the body's natural response to the frequency upgrade, a sign that higher light is integrating and old patterns are dissolving. Spiritually, the 1111 portal invites a state of conscious co-creation. It's a moment to pause, breathe, and align intentions with the heart rather than the mind. Manifestations set today are magnetized by the mirror energy of 1111. What you focus on is reflected back with amplified precision. It's a day for grounding visions into the earth, for gratitude, and for trusting that unseen forces are orchestrating events in perfect synchrony. As the solar winds continue to flow and the magnetic grids of the planet adjust, today's energies whisper a timeless truth. You are the bridge between heaven and earth. 1111 is the code that awakens remembrance, that we are light in form, participating consciously in the evolution of consciousness itself. Breathe it in, align your heart with your purpose, and let this radiant gateway open you to the next luminous chapter of your journey. Have an amazing day and stay tuned for more updates as we continue surfing these solar waves. Much love, we are one, from DiegoBerman.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Ruby Falconer. November 11th, 2025, Jupiter turns retrograde at Cancer, 25 degrees 9 minutes, 11:41 a.m. EST. In traditional astrology, Jupiter, Zeus to the Greeks, Horus to the Egyptians, is the principle of expansion. Jupiter stays in a sign of the zodiac for approximately a year, and during that year, the expression of the sign it is moving through is amplified. Cancer is a water sign, sensitive, empathic, caring, and in its shadow, defensive. During this Jupiter transit through Cancer, these qualities are amplified. 144 flowing in. The expression of a planet is particularly strong when it is stationary and preparing to change direction. Jupiter is stationary opposite Pluto, the planet of endings and beginnings. The desire for expansion is being opposed by the death-rebirth process. Pluto is allied with Osiris, the Lord of regeneration, and Horus is his son. Horus is born through death. His father is killed and brought back to life by his consort Isis, who uses her magic to reanimate Osiris and unite with him in sexual union. Horus is their child who grows up to be the young king and the initiator of a new eon. During this Jupiter stationary period, the opposition to Pluto is challenging. The desired expansion cannot take place until the death is complete. This process is slow. This is the advent of a new age. Yet there is much that is hopeful. Jupiter is in a harmonious relationship with Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, and the Sun. This is a transformative time with many twists and turns, and it is understandable that emotions are running high. Emotions have much to teach us: compassion, empathy, kindness in the face of challenge. These are gifts to be cultivated and nurtured. Commit to being kind as you stay the course. Jupiter, Horus will be retrograde from November 11th to March 10th. This period will provide opportunities to remember what kindness looks like. From ShamanicStarology.com. And today from Sovereign Harmony Astrology. Jupiter turns retrograde at 25 degrees Cancer while forming a trine to Saturn and Pisces, as Mercury continues to retrograde November 9th through 29th, while forming a conjunction to Mars and Sagittarius. The cleansing and clearing process continues as we focus on our own internal healing in order to operate from our most authentic space before we embrace the overall societal evolution that is underway at the current time. We have reached a precipice whereby we can see the destination and the road ahead, but where we are required to adhere to the proper directions and channels in order to ensure that we arrive completely ready in our most authentic form. What comes to light about ourselves as well as the world around us over the coming weeks can be very motivating. It can also inspire us to fully release the anchors of the past as we recognize the completion of chapters that no longer extend beyond the current page. The remainder of 2025 wraps up an extended period of tests for the purpose of preparing us to put forth our highest authenticity through 2026 and beyond. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Colleen Lemma. On Tuesday, November 11th, Jupiter, the Great Benefic, turns to retrograde motion at 25 degrees Cancer at 11:41 EST. He will retrograde back all the way to 15 degrees of Cancer before turning back to direct motion on March 11th, 2026. Keywords for Jupiter are expansion, abundance, hope, optimism, faith, luck, truth, and wisdom. He also rules our aspirations, belief systems, philosophies, higher learning, knowledge, creative visualization, self-improvement, and new horizons. His shadow qualities include overconfidence, extremism, exaggeration, excess, wastefulness, laziness, hypercriticism, and deceit. Keywords for the astrological sign of Cancer are home, family, nurturing, caretaking, intuition, empathy, comfort, and protectiveness. However, the shadow qualities are brooding, fussy, sullen, manipulative, smothering, defensive, being clinging, and feeling vulnerable. While in retrograde motion, the focus will be on introspection regarding emotional security, family, and what truly nourishes us. It will be a period to reassess our values, address past emotional wounds, and find a deeper sense of inner wisdom and safety. This will prompt a review of our emotional foundations, presenting an opportunity for a deep and meaningful reset. This time period will also encourage a reevaluation of what truly sustains and feeds us on an inner soul level, and will prompt us to reorient and realign our relationship with our past and our emotional needs. It is not seen as a setback, but an opportunity for self-improvement, urging us to find empowerment through soul-searching and strengthening our inner wisdom. So it is time to expand inward in self-reflection as you focus on higher thoughts and shifting your belief systems towards feeling abundant within yourself. Blessings of love and light to all, from ColleenLemma.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Jupiter stations retrograde in Cancer. When it comes to emotional growth, we've learned a lot in the past 6 months, but now it's time to check in and ensure that we apply this new understanding. Jupiter brings blessings and abundance, but only when we're ready for the developments he facilitates. Whilst it may seem that benefits have been withdrawn or opportunities stymied, the reality is that we may not be ready for more just yet. Don't assume that luck has run out. Maybe it's just waiting in the wings until the right moment. The Sabian symbol of Jupiter's station is guests are reading in the library of a luxurious home. Under Cancer's cozy influence, what better than to curl up with a good book on a window seat, warm socks on your feet, a soft blanket on your knees, maybe a soft snoring four-footed friend beside you. Give your mind space to roam and your soul time to process. The next step to success is to come home to yourself. Joy is where you live. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 232, Yellow Spectral Human. Tony Levin with keywords dissolve, release, and liberate. Sweeps in with a fresh wind, clearing the deck on the 11th day of the White Wind wave spell. Let it all go is the motto for spectral days. Releasing will make you feel lighter. This is the 11th day of the wave spell of communication. Today we forget all about the agenda set out on day 1. That means important conversations should be put on hold. Today is not for yakking. We are liberated and therefore we can do what we like. There is a rebellious energy with the number 11. It is very independent. This 13-day cycle is all about communication, spirit, and breath. But today's freeing vibe invites you to step back and listen inwardly instead of outwardly. Today is yellow human, representing free will, wisdom, and influence. We are all naturally intuitive and can channel wisdom at will. However, most folk have not tuned into their own psychic abilities, and it lies dormant. On yellow human days, we are reminded to listen to that inner voice. It's good practice. Find a quiet spot, be mindful today, and see if you can open a dialogue with yourself. We are all designed to be conduits or vessels, and so don't be surprised that by the end of the day, you've gained some wisdom. As it is a liberating day, may the insights you receive help you on your road to freedom, perhaps by jotting down a sudden thought that feels like truth. Guided by yellow human, this double human energy means no outside influence, just pure inner guidance. Spectral, magnetic, and rhythmic days are always guided by themselves. This is another reason why number 11 days are so free. There's no exterior guide putting their 2 pennies worth into the equation. Trust your own channel completely today. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papa Giorgio, Yellow Spectral Human, 11 Abe, Keen 232, 11th of November 2025, 1111 Illumination Portal, Dissolving Egoic Mind, Liberating Divine Will. Keen 232 equals 7, Spiritual Magic. Today is a huge wake-up call for humanity as we liberate our divine human. We are now focused on infusing more divine light into our vessel as we rise up to attain God consciousness. The moon is in regal Leo today, liberating the sovereign leaders of New Earth to rise and honor their glory. Today is day 11 in the wave spell of Eek, the great white wind, who holds the power of spirit and is bringing forth the benevolent winds of change. We are learning to embody spirit by becoming hollow vessels for spirit to communicate and work divine magic through our being. 27 moons ago, 3 galactic spins, King 232, aligned with the September equinox, portal in 2023. On that potent planetary portal day, we had an 11-day code with the 11 spectral tone, giving us an 1111 gateway on a 22 Master Builder day. Lots of doorways to New Earth. Today we have an 11-11-11 day coding, and the spectral tone is number 11, giving us a quadruple illumination gate today, 11-11-11-11. Boom! Quantum shift happens. These doorways are accessible today through the magic of the dream spell, bringing forth these super energies to attain equilibrium and balance, breaking free from our lower human mind traps. In these last 3 days of the white wind wave spell, we are truly expanding our pure vessel to hold and integrate more of our divine self, which is absolutely perfectly aligned with Keen 232. We're releasing more of our divine wisdom to liberate divine will, stepping up into our fully Christed golden light bodies and merging with our higher self. Today we are dissolving our egoic mind and liberating divine will. We utilize our free will to release more divine wisdom through aligning with Spirit's guidance, embodying more of our divine selves as we near completion of this Holy Spirit cycle, all building and compounding as we accelerate forward on our ascension path. Tone of creation, spectral tone 11, operates in the emotional realm, and its actions are that of dissolving, releasing, and liberating. Spectral actions are to dissolve emotional blocks and debris in order to liberate you and release you from the past. 11 is the process of disintegration, stripping away the layers down to your core essence. Unity, the great illuminator, is transforming patterns and structures, freeing you from things that no longer serve your emerging wholeness. With the spectral tone of 11, cherished ideals, beliefs, and images of all kinds are being brought up for you to re-examine, illuminate, and transform. Examine what appears dissonant in your life, then let it go. Bless your past, your pain and suffering, and release it forever. Going through your resistance and boundaries, prepares a space for greater wisdom to flow unimpeded as your facade crumbles and your walls come tumbling down. The true illumination of self bursts through. These are very powerful energies at work to create final closure, dissolving all impediments to you finally claiming and aligning with your divine self, your God self. Tone 11 symbolizes a gateway in polarity, inviting you to step through into a new, more divine reality, filled with abundant opportunities. Connect with your higher wisdom, giving you the intelligence to carve a new path of liberation. Today's question is, what do I need to dissolve in order to release more wisdom and liberate my higher divine mind? Divine blessings for your divine souls, total liberation and exaltation today. In la ketch a la keen. Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 232, Yellow Spectral Human. The mantra, the code for today is, I dissolve in order to influence, releasing wisdom. I seal the process of free will with the spectral tone of liberation. I am guided by the power of my own power doubled. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue our work. So I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Brother of the Light, Conrad Barney, for your pledge and support on Patreon, and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and the Condor. I'd like to also welcome and thank Divine Brother of the Light, David Daniels, for your pledge and support on Patreon, and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and the Condor. If you'd like to help support our work, our mission, and help us continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. Now I'd like to also thank Divine Brother of the Light, Jonathan Ezel, for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Brother. We truly appreciate you and your continued support, and we appreciate all of you that continue to support us in our work and mission. We couldn't be doing this work without you, so we're very grateful for each and every one of you. If you'd like to support our work and mission with a one-time donation, you can do so to our PayPal or Stripe accounts. Both links are at eaglelovecondor.com. Now I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork. You could purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with a very powerful divine decree for the 1111 Portal Stargate transmission. Beloved source of infinite light, through the sacred gateway of 1111, I align my heart, mind, and spirit with the eternal harmony of creation. I now open my diamond light body to receive the pure radiance of the infinite sun. Through this holy portal, I activate the rainbow bridge within and around me, uniting heaven and earth in one breath of divine illumination. I decree that all timelines now merge into the highest path of peace, prosperity, and purpose for Gaia and all her children of the sun. Through the power of 1111, I awaken my crystalline DNA and embody the pure frequency of love that transcends all illusion. As I stand within the stargate of infinite possibility, I call forth my highest self, my galactic family, and the Council of Light to guide this transformation. I am the living bridge between worlds. I am the eternal flame of divine manifestation. I am the rainbow body of the new earth rising. So it is, so it shall be, through every realm, every dimension, every heartbeat of creation. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful, blessed day as we continue our journey through the Ascension portal and into our new heaven upon the new earth. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.